Things might get weird.
Yeah.
Welcome to our life.
Go.
Welcome back to a new episode of the Hewlett House podcast.
Welcome back.
We're here today with...
I'm going to show a lot of my inner thigh. Low ride these pants a little. Sorry, gang. Sorry about that.
He's showing his little upper thigh. Oh, showing a little leg, huh?
Yeah.
Get
If you're
that
watching,
leg
you're
under
welcome.
control.
You're welcome.
We don't have the table to cover it for you.
If I set my legs really low, then I can chop it out.
You just sit so uncomfortable the whole time. That's why I got this blanket. I'm like, you know what?
Why did you get the blanket, really?
To cover up my legs and be comfortable. Because when I sit on a couch, I like to put my legs up.
We're in a hotel in Boise, Idaho.
Yeah.
I thought it was because...
Our new backdrop?
It's okay. There's some air balloons in there and such.
That's pretty cool.
So cute.
I think it's cool.
But I thought it was because you didn't want to sit on the couch because it's dirty.
Oh, that as well. But
yeah. Hotels are tough. I need to go get some new slides or some new sandals or something so I don't have to walk around. I know it kind of gives me the ick every time I don't know.
Let's get there. Let's
The
get there.
barefoot
Hold on just a
stuff.
sec. Hold on just a sec.
Go ahead.
Hold on.
Okay. Hold the phone.
Babe, what did we do this week before coming here?
It's been a few weeks since we podcasted.
It's true. It's been crazy, though.
I had a hernia surgery.
Yeah?
Do you want to go back to that or do you want to go back to...
Yeah, that's about when we stopped.
Yeah.
So...
It went well. I'm feeling better. It's been a few weeks. They did 3 incisions in my stomach, just above my belly button. They're about an inch wide.
Robotically.
And they did it robotically. And it was fine. I didn't wake up during surgery, which was great. It's like always a small fear of mine.
So you'll wake up
or that I
feel
remember.
it.
Yeah, and we were listening to that book yesterday.
Yeah, The Body Meets the Score. It was talking about this lady who went under first... Yes?
The Body Keeps the Score.
Keeps the Score, sorry. Whoa.
Yeah.
That makes a big difference. That one word that I missed.
Yeah.
That makes a huge difference.
It's part of the title.
Makes and keeps.
Okay, continue.
So,
you tell the story.
She went in for surgery. She was out enough that she couldn't communicate.
Also relaxers.
But she felt literally everything. So anyway, could you imagine?
And there was
having all the pain but not being able to
say anything.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm glad I listened to that after my surgery and not before.
Could you even?
Yeah, maybe there's a reason.
Yeah, that would be your biggest nightmare. Do you want a stand?
No, I like this.
Okay.
Try to be quiet.
That would be your biggest nightmare for sure.
Yeah, I think it would be anybody's. I don't know who would want to wake up in the middle of surgery.
Right.
It's like when I had my parental warning here, my vasectomy.
Oh.
And it was like a no needles, no stitches.
Yeah.
Advertisement.
Yeah.
And he used lidocaine, which numbed immediately.
Yeah.
Thank you, doctor. But he, right as he started to make the incision, I go, I feel that. He's like, I could see the panic in his eyes.
So pull back,
or his
pull back.
movements. I was trying not to make eye contact.
But at least
That's awkward.
at least
you don't want to make eye contact during a vasectomy. That makes it gay. Just in case you're wondering. And if you're gay, that's fine, but it wasn't my jam. And Jess was sitting, I feel like you enjoyed the whole thing. You're like, oh, I just can't, you know what? I've had 4 kids and you're just going to sit here. You stood right at the foot. You had a better view than anybody.
I got the best view in the house.
Yeah. And then
You're welcome.
After that, it was okay. It wasn't too bad.
He asked me if I wanted to do it.
Do the snippy?
Snip it.
Did he really?
Yeah, and you're like...
I must have blacked out.
H now. And I was like, that's fair.
But do you remember the story he told us before that? He's like,
yeah.
Hey, the guy before you this morning...
Try to be a tough guy.
He's like, if you feel anything, just tell me and I'll zap it with this lidocaine. And it felt like... It was almost like a rubber band flicking you.
Snapping you.
Yeah. Which, you'd take that over, get it numbed up. But, sorry, I wasn't planning to talk about my vasectomy this morning. I had hernia surgery. But it's always downstairs other than the nose stuff I had done.
Yeah.
But he's like the guy, he tried being a tough guy and he blacked out. I'm like, okay, why are you, I'm sitting there thinking like, why is he telling me this right now? I thought you're supposed to make me feel comfortable.
We're all
this is all
joking
good.
around, and so he was making jokes and laughing and trying to like tell you, but
he's like, just don't be tough. I can numb it. Just like if you feel anything, just tell me. I'm like, just numb it up, dude. Just dump the bottle of lidocaine on here. Just use it all. I don't care.
Dump the bottle? Was it
Yes.
in a bottle? I
It was
thought
like
it was just like a little
thing.
clip
Yeah, but can you
pen.
be careful there? Never mind. We'll talk after. This is PG-13, okay?
Perfect.
And anyway, I made it out. It was sore for a couple days. The hernia thing was probably sore for 3-4 days after. I tried to walk. I mean, you got to walk around so you don't have blood clots and stroke out or whatever.
Well, and that gas pain, the shoulder strap gas pain.
Yeah, that's the worst part of it.
Worst.
Besides maybe testicle swelling and things, which can happen for people when that happens.
Yeah.
But I just, I think of the Wedding Crashers quote, like just icing up. And anyway, I won't go there either. That's rated R too. But I just lots of ice and tried to walk around, and I still feel it a little bit, but I'm back at the gym, and I was back walking at the gym probably within the week, right?
Yeah.
I think I did a good 5-mile walk I had a surgery on Friday and then had a 5-mile walk by Wednesday.
Yeah.
It was good. Just on the treadmill. Killing it, dude.
You did.
Just killing it.
You wouldn't even hardly let me help you.
I mean, you were pretty busy with 4 children, so.
It's true. But also I'm like, hey, can I get you anything? And you're like, I got it.
I got it.
Okay.
Yeah, I feel bad when you're waiting on me and you have all the children that are just needing stuff too.
It's all part of the job.
It's like the funnest but also most chaotic part of raising children right now.
That they're there? What do you mean?
Yeah. I mean, I'm here in a hotel. I'm like, I could move in here. This is like we're at the Hilton, what is this one?
Home 2 or something.
Home 2 Suites, and it's actually quite nice.
Yeah, Home 2 Suites. Look, it's right there.
If you don't talk, it's really quiet. Do you hear that?
Nothing.
0.
Nothing.
I mean, I will miss our kids by next week probably sometime.
Yeah, it's usually just a few days. You're usually a few dayer.
Yeah.
I miss them.
Yeah. No, I miss them. They're fun. I just, I'm not
You also quiet.
Like it is right. Just hold on. Oh my gosh. That's so nice. Isn't it so nice? I think I'm 80 years old at heart.
I think
soul
you are.
Is old.
We joke, but I really think that you are.
Yep.
You're just this old soul. Are you going to be that ornery old guy?
Yeah.
He's screaming at
I can't
people.
wait, actually. I cannot wait until I can say whatever I want to anybody I want. And
because people are
he's old.
whatever. He's just an old guy.
Yeah, if I make it that far, I can't wait for it.
Oh my gosh.
I cannot wait.
Anyway, so had surgery.
Recovered well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then we've been doing football.
I did it lifting, by the way. Did we ever talk about how I did
How
this?
you got it?
Yeah. I remember the moment it happened. And I just tried to tell myself, I think I just pulled a muscle or something. And then I was doing exercise and I'm feeling muscle or fat or something pushed through my stomach lining. And I'm like, yep, this isn't normal. So then I did it. It was inguinal, below my belly button. That's what that means. In the groinal.
Italian,
it was groinal area.
It sounds like an Italian
it does, huh?
name.
Like a pasta.
Linguine.
Yeah.
Like linguine. Linguinal.
You want some pasta later?
No.
Anyway, what was I going to say?
So you did it while you were lifting. You thought maybe.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Maybe you thought you could get away with it.
I was lifting 100-pound dumbbells, doing incline bench. I was on my 5th set. I think it was seriously my last set. And I had done a bunch. I've done more weight than that. But then I was kind of not lifting as hard as I should have been at the time. So I'm like, I'll just pick these up and do these. And then
it just pops right out linguinally.
Yeah. That's not what it's called.
Inguinal.
Inguinal. And it hurt up in my stomach up here. So I thought, maybe I just pulled a muscle or something. And then about a month later, it felt fine. And I could just I would do core exercises or something. And like leg lifts or something, and then it would just like boop. I'm like, that's weird. Feels weird.
Those are some serious sound effects that
Thank
come
you.
with that.
A boop boop.
Wait. Boop.
Yep.
What about that? Was it a little
That was a
like
good
a
one.
bloop?
Yep.
Like that?
Bloop. Doop, doop. Surprise.
Here I
Hello.
am.
Yep. That's what it was like.
Don't forget, I am here.
Yeah.
I like that. I love
And
that
then
for you.
I was just going to put it off and off and off. And then the thing with them is they don't ever just go away.
Yeah.
So it just gets worse and worse and worse over time.
So just get
I'm
her
like,
did.
yeah. I don't know how much. I figure we can get in. We've already kind of talked about this flying. I'm trying to get into flying a little bit of aircrafts. I'd like to go fly planes. And I have to get all my medical stuff done. And
Which is
and
why
I'm
we're
like,
here.
you know what? May as well just get this taken care of while I'm at it and not have to deal with it later.
All right.
So we did.
Well,
And yeah.
you
So
got
we're
in
here in
pretty
Idaho.
quick too. That was great.
What?
You got in pretty quick.
Yeah, I did. I was just didn't
I was
want
lucky.
Yeah, I did. I was lucky. I just didn't want anything to hold this up. It's a process, so for me. Yeah, we're up in Idaho. We decided to make a weekend out of it. I have an appointment tomorrow I need to do. I could have done it down in Utah, but this doctor's better and cheaper, and we can get into more of this later, but anyway.
Is it cheaper after?
Just there's
hotel
different
and
doctors. Not the way we did it, probably. But I also heard he's really good. I've heard good stuff from him.
It was worth it because.
No, actually, it may have been.
Oh, really?
Or about the same, yeah.
Oh, see? Boom.
So,
Made the best of it.
anyway, we can get in more. We'll talk about it later, but I just want to see how this goes
Yeah.
and other life potential updates coming. It'll be exciting. We'll just see what happens.
Goodness.
I was going to say something else, too.
What did we do today? What'd you cash in? I mean, not today. This week.
Don't act like I cashed anything in.
Okay.
You're like, this is your birthday present.
It
I'm like,
was.
So Jess has a thing where if you, I would have bought the tickets if it was December, and then you would have been like, oh, this is just
for
Christmas.
Christmas.
Yeah. Or if I bought them in March, you're just like, well, can it just be like, maybe this can be like Father's Day. It doesn't matter. If you spend over $100, Jess is like, wants to tie it to a holiday to make herself feel better.
Yeah.
But then she'll also go spend another $1,000 on everything else.
For
and just
what?
be like, everything.
Food?
Yeah. I'm not talking about like a Sunday Costco run for you right now. I'm talking about. I'm just kidding. You cashed it in.
Yeah, I did.
I still can't
Like a
really hear
boss.
after this.
Like a
We went to the
boss.
Tool concert. That's what she's getting at. We went to Tool, and I think everybody has. I'm going to say this first because Tool is they're kind of a hard rock band,
Yeah.
but I don't know. I also would say that carefully because their older stuff is a little more hard. I'm spitting. Is a little more hard now than it, or their older stuff is harder than their new stuff is.
Right.
And
It's
they're
it wasn't
60
like-
years old. Like they're older now, but they still clearly they haven't done too many crazy drugs because they're in pretty dang good shape. They look
Yeah.
great. Like Danny Carrier kind of walks with a little bit of a limp, but he's like 6'6" or something.
Yeah.
He's super tall, and that dude can freaking jam on the drums. And there's no like mosh pitting. Everybody had a seat. We all stood the whole time and just headbanged like Beavis and Butthead.
Yeah, I was going
Which
to
was
say there
rad.
for sure was still headbanging.
Yeah, and, some guys are passing around. It's the most diverse crowd.
Oh, no doubt.
I guess I should clarify that. It's the most diverse white crowd you will ever see.
That's true. Well, but we were in Utah, so.
It doesn't matter.
Oh, okay.
It doesn't matter.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I went to them in
Because you went
Vegas.
in Vegas, and it was
Yeah.
still like pretty white.
Oh yeah, they're pretty white.
Oh, funny.
But
That's interesting.
I mean, you get everybody. I'm sure I don't know. But anyway, when we went to go sit down, there was a couple next to us that had to be
Yeah.
like close to 60 years old.
Oh, yeah.
And looked like he could have been a bishop in a bishopric, and she was like the bishop's wife. Like this is the crowd we're in. And then there's people that are just passing around vapes in front of us with earrings and
Oh my gosh,
tattoos,
yeah.
and it was kind of cool. It was actually kind of nice just to.
You had like
it's
your
not
frat
crazy.
boys over there too.
Yeah,
That was funny.
yeah. And before the concert, Jess is like, "Hey, I'm gonna grab some earplugs." And the last Tool concert I went to, we didn't sit as close as you and I did, and they sounded so freaking good. Their albums sound great, but I was almost like, holy cow, this
Yeah.
almost sounds better than their albums. Like this
Yeah.
is awesome. Well, our seats happened to be right under us, 2 stacks of speakers that were right
Like
above
the
our
biggest
heads.
speakers
Oh
that
my
they had
freaking
there.
gosh! And they started playing, and I'm like, this would sound better with earplugs in.
It
was
did.
so
It was
freaking loud. So because I teased Jess about wearing it, I'm like, you have to pull them out for like one song just so you can like hear it with your ears. Like you just want it. It's so good.
I tried. I really did. I tried to take it out. I'm like,
Oh,
it
no.
sounds better with them in.
Yeah, and I think some of their sound, like one of the last songs, I feel like they adjusted as they went too, and then one of their last songs sounded like it wasn't overbearing. Mm-hmm. But holy cow. Even the guy behind us was like, I'm effing deaf. He's like, I can't hear shit right now. Or he was saying something like that. And I was just kind of laughing inside, just thinking, oh yeah. And my ears rang.
Well, I tried.
I think I had a slight ring until yesterday.
And we went Wednesday.
Yeah.
And today is Sunday.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it was just like
3 or 4. That's what I read online.
Nonstop.
It was like
I'm like trying to put in headphones and listen to something because I'm just like, I'm going to go freaking crazy.
Yeah.
But
Well, I tried to. So I bought a whole pack of earplugs, but you teased me so much. I was even going to pack an extra, and I was like, no, he teased me so much. There's no way he's putting them in, even if I bring them. So I didn't.
Earplugs are small. You could have just put them in your pocket and been like, I have these if you want them, dum-dum. And I would have been like,
then I get in
thank
trouble.
you so much. How would you have gotten in trouble?
For
If I
telling you
actually
what to
needed
do.
earplugs, I'd be like, thank you so much.
I did
Thank
try
you for
and give
taking
you.
up the 1/4 inch in your pocket for these earplugs.
I did try to give you one of mine.
Yeah, but I'm like, I'm not going to have you go deaf in one ear.
No, I was just
When
going
you're
to
the one that
plug
brought the
the one
earplugs.
ear.
No, that's annoying. I was just like, I'm
Why?
going to take this like a man, and I did.
And he did, and he paid for it for like 3 or 4 days.
And maybe the rest of my life.
Probably. I tried. I took him out, and I was like, I can't do it. It hurt
it was
so bad,
an
especially
hour
after
and a
having the
half of-
earplugs in. It was even that much louder. It felt. I mean, I'm sure it was like loud, but
His drums, you could feel like
you could feel it in your soul.
Oh my gosh!
Right here in your chest.
I'm like, is that my heartbeat,
boom,
or is
boom,
that
boom,
his
boom.
drums?
Yeah.
Like,
They were
was
kind of
that was
crazy.
kind of awesome though.
I forgot. So we went to another one of his bands. Maynard has 3 bands. So
Yeah, educate us. Look at you.
I did give you.
That was a birthday present,
That one was because I surprised you with it. Well, I guess I should have.
and it was
surprised
actually
you with
around my birthday.
It. Was it?
Yes,
Oh, like July or something.
early July, I think.
Yeah, that's true. Anyway, so I took you to it, and I forgot like how they like to do like a syncopated beat. Like they're not a steady beat kind of people.
Tool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or him in general, because they did that at the other one too. So I don't know. Anyway, but it was kind of cool. But it was funny to watch the people try and like headbang because everybody was like different.
Yeah.
Because it's not like a regular beat.
Yes.
It's that everybody would be on beat. It would go this beat, then switches to another
Yeah.
beat, and then it's
Yep.
So, and even me, I was all, I don't even know how to like groove to this.
Yeah.
But it was fun. It was cool. It was a good experience. There was a lady out in the hallway that like had brought her younger daughter.
Yeah.
She was probably between 8 and 10. And she'd brought her daughter, and this other lady sees her, and she falls to her knees, looks the girl in her eyes, and your mom is giving you such a gift, like bringing you here, and this is so amazing, and talking about how this is like her religion and all this stuff. And I was just like, I am not at the level that you're at right now. Like it was a really cool,
Clearly, she was sober,
obviously.
so she was on something that just made her feel enlightened.
She like I think she had like glasses or a hat on or something, and it's like flicked off, and it was just like this traumatic moment.
Yeah.
So
I freaking love their lyrics. I love their music. It's almost like I'm not an acid rock guy, but some of their bass tones and everything makes it feel a little bit like acid rock. So they almost kind of have a flair of that, but they're just, man, Danny Carey on the drums. He wore a Utah Jazz uniform.
That was cool.
He always wears a jersey wherever he goes. Sometimes it's just like I think it's a Kansas jersey he'll wear a lot. But he came out in a Utah Jazz, was bright yellow.
It was cool.
And banged out the drums. He's amazing.
Yeah,
his
he was
drum
really,
set was
really
rad. Yep.
He came out and just like took the sticks and went to the big gong that they had and went to town
Yeah.
just with his sticks on the gong. That was really cool.
Yeah. between like intermission, they did like a 12-minute intermission, and then he came out and did that in a drum solo.
Yeah.
And then they ended with 2 songs from their new album, and actually like sat on the stage. I've never seen them.
Yeah, they just sat and played. That was cool.
Which was kind of rad. It was just different. Like it was different than the first concert that I went to.
Yeah.
Which is cool.
Well, and
we're following them. They played Wednesday in Salt Lake.
Oh, yeah.
And now they're doing another show. Was it tonight?
It was last night, I think.
Here close to Boise. So
yeah.
we've just been following them all the way up here. We should have gone.
You still couldn't hear.
I would have permanent hearing loss.
Yeah, you're like, I can still hear ringing, and I'm all, so of course I go to the
I was too afraid
of Google.
Yeah.
And look it up, and I'm like, okay, so this could be permanent or this could be temporary. But either way, you did damage, so.
It's cool. Does that make me cool?
Worth it. Was it worth it? Because the other thing was, the crazy thing, because maybe, I don't know. Like when you're singing in a group and you people plug their ears so that they can hear themselves.
Yeah.
It was the same thing. You kept being like, I can't hear you. I'm like, I hear you perfectly fine. Like, what's your problem?
Yeah.
But
Jessica tried to talk to me. I'm like, looking at her. I'm like, okay.
That's awesome.
I can't hear anything right now.
No, it was an experience. It wasn't like, Tool is not like my go-to choice for music.
If it makes our house quieter, then it was worth it.
What does that even mean?
If it makes me just deaf enough, I can't hear
a
lot going on.
Oh, there you go.
You know? Maybe that's what I need to do. Just go to concerts. But then when they're gone, I'll be like, I can't hear.
What? It's Hayden all the time.
Yeah.
Huh?
Can't freaking hear you. What do you say?
I love it. Anyway, that was a fun experience.
Tell me, did you enjoy it actually? You haven't given us your...
Yeah. It was cool. It was it was definitely like an experience, a musical experience. Yeah. You know? Like I said, it's probably not like my jam. Like I didn't know, there was 2 songs that I could sing along a little bit to. And it was kind of, it made me understand them, I guess, a little bit better. Cause I was like, oh, I didn't realize they do the syncopated rhythm. I didn't notice that they, did certain things. And he actually cause you told me before, you're like, he just hangs out in the back.
Yeah.
And sings Maynard. And then it's his band that
is out front.
And I'm like, that's kind of cool for a main singer to just showcase the band and the artists there too. But I noticed, I'm like, he actually doesn't sing a ton. A lot of it is instrumental.
Yeah, a lot of it is with them. So, yeah, their songs are 6 to 12 minutes. I think their longest song is 15 minutes long.
That's crazy.
So they usually have these long intros, and then he'll jam out in between, and then have a killer drum set, solo something, and then he'll sing some more, and then it ends.
Yeah. But so majority of the time, it felt like that was more just instrumental than it was him actually singing. Yeah. So just little things that I noticed. I was like, oh, that's kind of interesting that they do different than other people.
Yeah, and don't kill me for not knowing this, people, if you know who he is, but Billy Strings, I guess he's a bluegrass player. He came out and they let him do one of the songs, and he was freaking great. Really awesome. Yeah, he came out and killed it on the guitar for a minute. And
yeah, it was fun.
I guess he had been in Salt Lake too around the same time. So
cool. Well, who was the guy that
Steel Beans was the opener.
Yeah, he was actually really good.
Yeah,
he
which their openers I've heard historically usually suck really bad. And the one I went to in Vegas was awful, some electronic, loud, awful music. Yeah. And I'm not opposed to electronic music, but his was deathcore metal, electronic, awful. I mean, he got people in front of us were booing when it was over. I almost felt bad, but I'm like, ugh, I'm glad we missed most of this set, you know? And then this guy, I've seen him on Instagram, actually. After I saw him, I'm like, oh, I've seen this guy's videos online.
He's hilarious. He's this Hispanic guy. I couldn't tell. I was pretty far away, but he looked possibly Hispanic, and he had this Indian.
He dressed like Nacho Libre almost.
Yeah, totally. That's
it was
totally
a wrestler
the vibe.
outfit.
Maybe that's why it gave me that vibe.
Yeah.
And he was on the drums. He played the keyboard. He did the guitar. He
sang
all by himself. He was a one-man show.
Yeah.
It was actually pretty cool.
I think he had a bass player, he said, in the back that was helping with some of it.
Oh, was he?
Yeah, I remember he made that comment because he was talking
Oh,
about
yeah,
how
bass in the back. That's
he's like,
what
we've
he
been to
did.
Salt Lake a bunch. We're staying at the high quality Holiday Inn
Oh, yeah.
here,
I
and
think
our van got broken into and stolen. Or no, our van got broken into. We heard the alarm go off, and whoever was doing his videography and his
So they
bass
ran
player
back.
chased the dude down for like 20 minutes and caught the guy. So they were able to get him caught and turn him into the police and found out according to him, I think he said it was like he was somebody that had done like 80% of the like a whole
break-ins.
ton of the break-ins and everything in
Yeah.
that area for a while now. So he helped clean up our city.
Bless
Still
you,
beans.
Still beans.
And then he came out and watched some of Tool. I'm sure some of these guys,
Yeah,
like I saw that Billy Strings thing. He's like, my 6th grade self is like
Dying.
screaming inside, like I cannot believe I was able to play for Tool. Or
Yeah,
Still
that's
Beans is
pretty
like, this
cool.
is surreal. Like I can't believe I'm here playing and that freaking for them to they took like sorry to be so this is you're gonna I promise not to talk about Tool
Fast forward.
yeah. But they took like a 15-year break and then released an album. I don't know, it was 10 or at least 10 years or so, and then started touring again. They're filling up stadiums freaking everywhere.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, it was packed.
And then he tours. He lives in Jerome, freaking Arizona. Has a vineyard, like lives a pretty chill life, and then tours with. He was touring with Pussifer last year. I'm going in the spring. I'm going with some buddies. They got tickets to go see A Perfect Circle, which is one of Maynard's bands.
Oh, you did get them?
Tool, A Perfect Circle, and Pussifer. And we saw Pussifer and Tool. And Pussifer is kind of like almost like a comedy band that he runs, but their music's pretty cool.
It was a theatrical performance.
Yes.
Like, is definitely.
He plays a character.
Yeah. Oh, for sure.
And there's a name. I can't remember his name. Isn't it Billy something?
Yeah, something like that.
Anyway. And then a Perfect Circle, and they all have a different vibe.
When's A Perfect Circle?
April, I think.
Oh, cool.
So it's next spring.
Who are you going with?
Taylor and Johnny and some of their buddies.
Where is it at?
USANA.
Oh, so it's there in Utah.
Yeah.
Cool.
Which I'm not a big. What's funny is you might think I'm a dummy for not wearing earplugs to a concert, but I haven't been to that many now that I think about it.
Well, 2, and then his.
I've been to concerts, but I don't know. Since I was 20, we went to Alan Jackson. I've been to Tool twice, and I don't think I've been to any other concerts.
We went to Tim and Faith.
Oh, that's true. 4.
When I was pregnant with Maddie, though.
I had always wanted to see Garth Brooks, but it was like in July.
And we had like free tickets.
And I turned it down because I'm like, July.
It was outside.
Outside at Rice Cycles in downtown.
It wasn't that bad. It really wasn't that hot.
Yes, it was. It was so hot. And I'm like, not.
No, because it was windy that day.
Oh, great. But I just did not want to freaking. I'm like, I'm not going to go sweat with a gazillion people. I don't like as good as they are.
Anyway, it just gave me like props. Like I get the Good Wife Award because I went to Tool.
Yeah.
And I couldn't even get you to go to a concert.
But you got to
that
take.
we both would
your
like
family.
to go to.
Excuse me, you don't like to go to Tool?
It would not be the top of my purchase list.
Yeah, I know. I gave you a shout out on Instagram. I tried to show how appreciative I was. Thanks for coming.
No, I think it was cool. I think it was fun to like experience with you.
Yeah.
It was good.
And you think by
especially
their
something that you really like, you know?
Yeah. It's just cool.
Yeah.
They do a good show. You
Yeah.
told a dad joke.
There were lots. Oh yeah, I did. The like smoke and mirrors, if you will. Like I've just heard of it like that.
He has
they
a
have
song called Smoke and Mirrors, I'm pretty sure.
Tons of smoke and lots of like what do you call that? They had like visual effects going on and lasers and everything.
The visuals were cool because they let up like not just the backdrop, but the stage lights up too. And
yeah.
You can see all.
It was cool, but I almost was like, "Are you hypnotizing me to like take over my soul here?" No, not really. But I did have some fears for a minute on some of them.
Oh my gosh, they're not like dark. They're not like satanic. But that's what I think a lot of people think their vibe is. So a lot of people are like, "You took your wife to Tool?" I'm like, "Hell yeah, dude, she was rad." And like they're out waving. There was a little girl, like somebody. It must have been one of their daughters that was there touring with them, and she came out and threw the drumsticks.
Yeah, that was cute.
She was cute, and she looked
daughter
like
or probably maybe even granddaughter.
No, I looked. Danny Carey has like
younger
kids. Yeah,
she was like 8.
She was older than that. She's
10?
probably 10 or 12, probably.
Not 12.
Yeah, she was younger. She came out in a little jumpsuit, like all
She was
cute,
dang
like just a
cute.
cute little girl. Just came out and tossed the sticks. I'm like, how
cute.
cool! Like, if you have kids and you're gonna tour, I know
Yeah.
Maynard has an older kid, a couple of kids, but anyway, I think they started having kids pretty late in life.
That would make sense too, though.
But yeah.
Anyway, it was fun.
Yeah.
It was a good experience.
If anybody wants to go to Tool when they're in town next, hit us up. We'll go with you.
Hayden will go with you. Just
A
kidding.
Perfect Circle is my next one I want to really go see, but we'll see them in the spring.
Yeah,
but I'd love to
that'll
see
be
them in
fun.
an arena like that. And I don't love USANA. It's just so far out there in the middle of nowhere. And
But it's fun. I actually kind of enjoy that you get to like sit outside
if it's not
and
too
just
hot,
have. It's not like you're stuffed into
That's true.
arena. You know what I mean? You have the
Yeah.
fresh air. Maybe, probably not. Actually, there'll probably be lots of weed.
Yeah.
But
There's weed everywhere now.
I know. But I'm saying, especially for a Perfect Circle,
Yeah.
right? I don't know.
They're all
I mean, there was weed inside of the Delta Center for Tools, so probably.
people were burning actual marijuana in front of us at like you could really smell it in the arena when they played in Vegas because it's pretty much legal there.
Yeah.
And these people had burned through I don't know how many joints in front of us, and then finally security came and they're like, "Hey, you can't
You
do
gotta
that
stop.
inside. You gotta like yeah." They're like, "Oh, sorry."
I know. I kept
And they
sitting
gotta
there
stay
watching
in-
the people in front of us just at Tool, and they had like one of those like what are they called? Filter things. What are they?
Vape
pens.
Yeah,
And it just kept hitting it and hitting it and hitting it. And
that might have been
hitting it. I'm
nicotine
like,
though too,
I don't know.
because I didn't ever smell it.
Well, but don't they have like the smelly kind where it doesn't stink?
You don't usually smell it, I guess, but we followed those guys out, and he lit a cigarette as soon as we got outside. So I wondered if that was just a nicotine pen.
Oh,
Because you don't usually hit
problem.
weed like that.
that's a problem though. Don't you have a problem if you're having to like?
It's called an addiction. It's
Correct.
nicotine. Yeah.
Problem. Anyway, so that was fun. It was cool.
Cigarettes are bad, okay, guys?
Drugs are bad. Okay.
Drugs are bad, okay? Speaking of, we let our kids watch a couple episodes of
Oh my
South Park,
gosh.
and it's terrible. But I'm like, there's
We
we're gonna
let
lose people, but
we
if we
let
haven't
or
already-
you let.
I let our boys watch a couple South Park episodes.
I came home and I'm
like,
"Ugh, this is awful.
there's an episode where they play. The kids get addicted to World of Warcraft,
Okay, we don't need to go into detail.
and it's freaking. I'm like, this is what's going to happen to you if you guys play
revolting.
games too much. We do need to go into details. Parents, show your kids that episode. It's worth it.
It's so gross.
The kids get all fat and
asking for bedpans. We'll just leave it at that. It was so
they
gross.
can't even get up to go to the bathroom because they're so hooked into the game.
Anyway,
Anyway,
so we're.
Jess loathes South Park.
I don't know why.
I think it's good for America. It's free speech and it helps people not be so sensitive.
I think it's that it's little kids talking and acting like that is that I have the biggest problem with.
They're cartoons though,
Yeah.
and it's adults doing their voices.
Yeah.
It's funny because
But portraying children behaving like that is like.
a lot of people think that the
Not
guys
cool
were
to me.
one of the guys were LDS. He wasn't. He dated an LDS chick. I was reading about him, but their names are Matt Stone and Trey Parker. Is that what it is?
Yeah.
And
well, I don't know their last name, but they're Matt and Trey.
Matt and Trey, and my dad's name is Matt, and his oldest brother's name is Trey. They always kind of laughed about it because it's kind of like they could have done an episode they could have made a TV show out of my family at one point.
At
Would've
one
been pretty
point.
good. Well, maybe anytime. How dare you? I'm not shitting you.
At any point.
You want to talk about a
probably.
diverse, crazy family? I mean, it exists.
They are all
within the Hewlett
like have
name.
amazing qualities and like have really good hearts. But
Just like I think you could say that about anybody.
probably.
We just have a lot of interesting things that happen in our lives on occasion, weekly or bi-weekly.
I was going to say once occasion. Something new every day.
Yep.
It's so fun. Keep you on your toes.
Keep you on your.
But you know what?
tizzies.
Like you're not ever shook at
Yeah.
like anything. You're like,
Yeah,
oh,
that's
really?
true. You kind of just get like,
Okay. Okay.
oh, all right, well,
Sounds good.
yep. We have had our own little journeys at times, so we could maybe one day we can really talk about everything. You're crazy, dude.
That's what therapy's for.
Tool.
Anyway, so we kind of wanted to, I sat down and was like, listen, with my blanket. Anyway, we kind of have weird hotel quirks, if you will.
Indeed we do.
And I thought we should talk about it because I'm sure other people do.
In the hotel, which is pretty typical. Do you wear shoes in the hotel?
Well, but you don't wear shoes inside the house.
I purposely wear.
So this is what so we have to specify you're wearing shoes in the hotel room on purpose where you wouldn't normally indoors, but
correct.
It's gross.
Yes.
Like to me, I have always had this like foot, not what like adversity to feet, right?
Yeah.
And my brothers tease me relentlessly about it. They, to this day, send me the most revolting feet videos and TikToks.
Still?
And, oh, yep.
Really?
Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Matt and B are the worst. But, yeah.
What's that over there?
Get him.
What's that?
You're the, speaking of the worst. That's gross. Anyway.
What's gross? That wasn't gross.
So they
my
still.
thigh, hold on.
So then, watch out. Woo! How you doing?
I have a tan line. You can't actually. It's not as bad now because it's been a couple
You're
weeks.
interrupting my story.
Sorry. Do you want me to pull my feet out and you can?
No. Anyway, so I have always thought it was gross to.
We're so cute holding
have
hands.
bare feet in a hotel room, or at the hospital. Oh, did you hear that little flip there? Sorry about
hospital.
that. At the hospital.
Turned Russian for just a second.
I'll take slippers that I just throw away immediately after, or flip flops, or whatever.
I have an idea for you.
But the hospital specifically, I have to take something that I'm going to throw away after. Here, like they give you those booties, so I could wear those booties or whatever and throw those away too. But here, I'll just wear my shoes, flip flops, whatever.
You should bring your least favorite pair of shoes when we go places, and then throw those away. Our closet has too many shoes in it.
Don't tell me what to do.
It does.
Don't.
And
stop it now.
I just this is to tell you how shitty of a husband I am. But I just went on Amazon for Jess's birthday and just bought everything in her wish list. And she's like, "Oh, I'm gonna wear the shoes you got me for my birthday." I'm like, "It's October."
I wore them to Tool.
She hasn't worn them before or since, and I'm like, "Just send them back if you don't like them." And they're kind of cool. Have you worn them since the Tool concert?
It was Wednesday when you didn't give me like 3 days.
I bought them in June, and you have had them for
It's been
4
hot.
months?
I'm not gonna wear boots in the summer. You're the one that bought them in the summer. I just had them on the list.
You can wear boots whenever you want.
In 100-degree weather.
It hasn't been 100 every day since then.
But it just barely rained for the first time like this last week, really.
Yeah.
So.
But it has been raining a lot before then. Good job. Either way.
Anyway, so
you have too many damn shoes. That's thank you. That's
he bought them for me in June, and I haven't worn them since until October.
So you love feet.
So you're saying?
I'm just saying, bring those, wear those around the hotel, and then leave them.
So that's one of the things that we do. Another thing, which I think is genius, we bring an Apple TV.
Oh, yeah.
We just hook it up. Some places you can't hook up to your own, or they don't have like available jacks for you to put in. It was a little tricky here, but yeah, we just plug it right in, and then we can watch whatever we want.
Made it work.
Boom.
I got the NFL package on YouTube TV, so we can watch football today if we ever make it back here.
Oh, yeah.
After we run some errands.
I always bring a blanket to put over the pillows because I don't like to lay on the pillows. I guess I don't always, but I like to. If there's room, for sure I'm bringing a blanket for my pillow.
Yeah.
What else? I can't handle, like, have you heard the horror stories of using the refillable pump in here?
I don't use the
They
hotel.
have the refill, like, shampoo, conditioner.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember I used to travel on the road a lot, and I remember someone talking about how someone peed in
those bottles,
in the iron water.
Ew.
Like left pee. I'm like, are you freaking serious? Like, do I need to start bringing my own iron now? Even it's just people are gross, dude. People are gross. What? I just assume everything is filthy and then try to act accordingly.
See, and I don't even
like
have
this
like
couch
that
that we're sitting on. I probably need to throw these clothes away when we're done.
Burn it down.
Burn it.
Burn it down.
Burn them. Yeah. This couch has probably seen a few things.
Yeah. Yeah, probably. But you gotta do what you gotta do.
You gotta get these podcast episodes
You know, we really do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm kind of shocked you're sitting on it. It was my only hesitation of filming in here. Like, are we gonna really sit on this couch?
See, and that's funny.
And I got this suite, and don't even use it really. Hey, we made good use of this one.
We did.
And it's been kind of nice because Jess usually gets mad at me in the mornings because I have the lights on, blah, blah, blah. She's angry in the morning.
Usually.
All the time. She's not your typical morning person, okay?
I don't want to be sleeping and all of a sudden I have this bright light woken me up with a bright light in my face.
Yeah, you love the darkness.
Tell me how you feel about it.
In this
Let's
one
take
we're
a
in,
poll.
I'm able to go, like the bathroom, the hotel we stayed in 2 nights ago.
Yeah.
Wasn't very accommodating for you. This one is fantastic because it's got everything divided up. The kitchen's not in the living room.
Yeah.
With the,
yeah.
You know.
It was nice.
Jess got mad at me.
One time.
Our closet is not in our bathroom.
This is one time a year ago that I was like, oh, babe. I said one thing one time a year ago.
No.
Go. Tell me the story.
You just got really mad at me.
What did I say?
Something about the light being on. I do try to do a good job and get my clothes out.
I was facing the closet, and then you flipped on the light, and so it was like this light like hit my face as I'm sleeping, like dead asleep. Yeah, and I was like, "Oh, babe!" And I turned over and put the blanket over my head.
Turn off the light. Turn off the light. Turn off the light. I'm like, you do not talk to me like that. I am in such a good mood this morning. I do not need your attitude right now at freaking 5:30 in the morning.
Then you were in the worst mood all the rest of the day.
No, I was not.
Yeah, we almost didn't go to that party.
Oh yeah, was that that night? No, there had to be other things boiling there too. You're just kind of a pain in the ass sometimes. Look, I'm holding your hand though, so it's okay.
I can't. I'm in freaking pain because I didn't want you to flip on the light in my face while I was
such
asleep.
Biddy, dude.
Guys, it's really hard to live with me. Just so you know.
If you want to really make Jessica mad, wake her up while she's sleeping. The other night, our freezer. Did we already talk about this? Our fridge.
My gosh.
We got it fixed. We had to thaw out the freezer because we probably need to get a new one sometime soon.
It's fine.
But our freezer
it's going to be just as much almost to replace the whole fridge as it was to fix what was wrong in the freezer.
But there was just too much ice that accumulated over one of the sensors or something in the freezer. And the fridge, when you leave a door open, the alarm goes off. It just beeps, beep, 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 every minute or so.
Literally every minute.
And Jess is like, she got woke up, and that's maybe the angriest I've seen you in our marriage.
But I feel like that's pretty good because I didn't throw anything. I didn't even curse. All I did was get up and be like, what is happening?
I'm sure I heard a few curse words that morning.
No.
You are like the curse queen, dude.
No,
freaking curse
I thought
all the time.
Sometimes I'll hear like Maddie downstairs will have her alarm and she won't wake up to it.
Yeah.
And so
I'm going to adjust this way.
I hear the beeping and all of a sudden I'm like, oh, Maddie's alarm's going off. I wait like 5 minutes. Still, do you need some help?
No.
I wait like 5 minutes and still is beeping. So I'm like, okay. So I call Maddie. She didn't answer. So I wait. It keeps beeping. So I call her again. She answers. She's like, hello? I'm all, can you turn your alarm off, please? She's like, my alarm's not going off. I'm all, so sorry.
You walked right by the fridge to go to her room.
I didn't go down. I just called her on the phone. I was being lazy. Because I wanted to be able to go back to sleep. It was like 5 o'clock in the morning. So I walk out And it's the freaking fridge.
So who has to get up with you to help fix the fridge? I'm like, let's just let it thaw out for a little while after we tried 20 things. And it fixed it.
Yeah.
And our freezer got way more organized, and it's been quite nice lately.
Yeah. Anyway, so I wasn't happy about that. It was 5 o'clock in the morning. Who wants to get woken up early?
It was a Saturday morning. It did kind of suck. It's like the one day we try to sleep past 6.
Yeah. Oy.
But yes.
Anyway, okay, let's get back to some other like hotel.
I prefer Hilton over Marriott.
I do too. Their beds usually are softer.
But I've heard Marriott's reward point system is the best.
Probably, but if you're not getting a good night's sleep, then
yeah, we like the beds and pillows at Hilton a lot more.
Yeah.
But
yeah, the other ones are like way more firm. I don't like it.
Like soft beds.
We each have our own like shower bag that has the basics of, so that we don't have to like repack them every time.
Tampons.
Deodorant, soap. Thanks for that.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah.
Yeah. Razor head, like extra razor heads and stuff.
Uh-huh.
That makes packing so much easier.
Who doesn't have a shower bag?
That already has everything in it?
Yeah.
I don't know, but like I'm trying to think of these.
Without a shower bag. If you're not, you're traveling wrong. Who taught you how to travel?
Seriously though.
I just think it's you just have to sleep. It's like just
I'll even get stuff like
hotels aren't. I've gotten used to them because I did it forever and whatever, but it's not my favorite. I love just sleeping in my own germs and everybody else's.
It's true.
This place is nice. The cleaner it is, obviously, the better. I told the kids my Vegas story when I went with my buddies the other.
Oh my gosh.
That was one of the few times I showered at a place and felt just as dirty when I got out.
That's awful.
Ugh.
And you served your mission in Argentina. Didn't you have to wear shoes in the shower down there?
Yeah. Yeah, we always wore sandals around, which honestly, we probably didn't need to as much as, but I think it was just a thing we did and got used to it, just wear flip-flops everywhere.
Yeah.
When we left, they gave us like some pills for like deworming you. They were like, take these pills. And we're like, what are these for? Like, we kind of knew, but
they're like, don't ask questions.
Yeah, but nothing crazy. I got pretty sick down there a couple times, but it was more like food poisoning or just different things. Some of the water, I'm pretty sure I drank some
gross
tapeworms on occasion. Were telling me. But I didn't want to be rude, so you just kind of drink and eat everything. But then there was a time when I was just like, I could see like white, wormy looking things in it, like these white strings in the water. And it was so hot and humid outside, and I could have drank it, but I'm like, I cannot, like, my
stomach is turning just thinking about it.
My common sense is going, do not drink that water.
Your radar.
Yeah, so just going like, off. She turned her head and I just went right in the dirt,
Yeah.
That was a nice thing is there's no concrete anywhere, so I could just like dump it in some weeds. So there you go. I loved Argentina though. And there's really nice places. For the most part, it was fine, but
I remember one time, and maybe this is when I started to have like issues with hotel rooms. Are you ready?
Yeah.
I remember one time we were driving to California. Let's try that word again.
California.
With my family. And we went to get into the sheets. Me and Ashley were going to share a bed in my parents' room. I went to pull back the sheets, and there was a wad of black hair. Wad in the sheets.
Was this like hair from a head or like someone?
Yeah. Hair from a head.
Okay.
Like, did you hear that?
Is that outside?
Yeah.
We're on the 6th level of this fine established hotel. Take it easy out there, Boise. What is this place?
I wonder if you can hear it in the recording.
Oh, guaranteed. I could hear it in my headphones.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, so this wad of hair just there, and I'm like, I can't get in that bed. We had to call and ask for new sheets and everything. I was like, hard pass. And it's probably been ever since. I feel like that's probably the first moment that I was like, hotel rooms are disgusting.
Yeah, we've had to have slept in somebody's sheets that they didn't ever change out. What's even freakier is that if you listen to like...
That's why I like the blanket, because I'm all...
We should listen to hotel stories of people that worked them.
No.
With like... man, I was listening to this like, think of all the murders and suicides or people that... all the deaths that have to occur in Vegas, like in your hotels or any hotel room. And I can't remember what podcast or story I was listening to not that long ago. And the guy was like, yeah, like a full-on murder scene happened in this hotel room, and the hotel had like made the room brand new within like 48 hours or 24 hours. Yeah. They have, and I didn't know this until I was in Vegas when they had a bad rainstorm and things were flooding down there.
Yeah.
The next day they have people that are like, they have staff that goes down and just fixes everything, like immediately gets fixed.
Where do we get one of those guys?
Oh, you gotta marry him, or you gotta be like super wealthy and then just have a staff on
hand.
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, they're just like, yeah, they come in and it's like, it's taken care of, and you're just like, you're sleeping in a room that people have probably OD'd in or free.
Oh, no doubt.
You know?
We should sage every room we come into. That's what we need to have already packed. And
hell no, dude. You could live in the chaos a little bit. That's the freaking fun of it.
I'm just teasing.
Like, what happened in here? Like if every hotel room could tell a story.
Oh, no.
Ugh.
If the walls could talk.
Yeah. Maybe if you take enough psychedelics.
You probably could get them to start talking.
Yeah. Like, probably never come back. You probably just freaking.
It's probably true.
And we always talk about, because they have to have, and I'm pretty sure a lot of these hotels, they've got to have a way that they have a private elevator that takes people.
Oh, yeah, something like that,
out,
like a back
entry, you know, where they just, okay, lower level, take the bodies out there, throw them in the ambulance,
like on freaking Schitt's Creek, when they have that guy die in the room and they're trying to like have you seen that episode?
No. It's kind of funny, the ones I have seen, though.
They're at a motel is the place. Anyway, and they're trying to get this dead guy out without letting anybody like see anything that happened. And nothing crazy happened. He just passed away, right?
Yeah.
But they still don't want to freak the people out because they're trying to like make their hotel better. Anyway, so they have a mandatory meeting, get together in their lobby, and they just make everybody has to go while they wheel him out for like the 5 minutes or something.
Yeah.
What do? They've got to have something like that.
Yeah, they do. I guarantee it.
Right.
And all the shootings and stuff that happens down there. There was
especially in Vegas. Yeah.
Yeah. I know someone that was down there and watched somebody get shot on the strip. And as many times as we've been down there, we've never seen it get too crazy. I've seen like some wild stuff, but
there's so much going on that you probably wouldn't even honestly like notice.
Yeah.
Because there's a ton of people.
They just keep it.
So much like movement going on anyway.
Yeah.
Unless you're like right next to it.
Yeah.
Or hear it.
I'm surprised they don't have more documentaries or more things like that. But they have like those tunnels where people live under the city in the like the canals or whatever, and they live under there till it rains and they all get washed out.
Yeah.
But we were talking to some cops down there, and one time and they confirmed it. They're like, yeah, I wouldn't go down there without a whole team and guns and everything because it gets a little wild down there.
That's crazy.
Not crazy.
I can't imagine. I pretend like stuff like this is not real. Because
some of my friends are like, we should go down there. I'm like, yeah, good luck, have fun.
Like they've had babies and stuff down there like that.
I'm pretty sure I heard that. I don't know if that's actually real, but I've heard crazy stuff like that. Well, those are probably old wives' tales, but I don't know.
Yeah.
Google it.
I'm good.
Google will tell you anything you want to know.
Mm-hmm.
Confirm all of our biases.
For sure.
Yeah.
But can you think of any other things that...
Man.
Like, even when I wake up, like, I have to have my shoes, like, right next to the bed. Yeah. So that when I wake up and go to the bathroom in the middle of the night...
I would, yeah. I need to go get some... I'm not a sandals guy. I don't like my feet anyway.
We could find you some.
We should go find me some those slider shoes.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll at the mall today.
Like sandals.
Slider sandals.
I'm sure they're probably on sale since it's becoming winter.
I'm the socks and sandals guy. That's me.
Yeah, because you hate your feet.
Yeah.
This should have just been a feet episode.
Yeah.
We should have just.
I'm the type that like my feet are more just look like feet, but like they're not attractive. And
why don't you like your feet? What's wrong with your foot?
They're just not like. There's people that have. I'm not like a foot fetish person. When people have bad feet, it's unattractive to me.
Which is so great to me because I don't think my feet are cute.
Your feet are fine.
And you're like, mine are fine, so. I'm here with that. But I do.
I probably wouldn't have married you if you had that weird.
Bad feet.
I'm like what was the show? What was the movie we watched where with George from Seinfeld and Jack Black? Where the
Oh yeah, Shallow Hal.
Shallow Hal. He's got the thing with the weird feet, and he's like, this girl's like beautiful. She's like perfect in every way, but her second toe is longer than her big toe or something.
Oh yeah.
And he's like, I can't date her anymore. I've got to break up with her. And he's like, you really like her. Everything about her is perfect. She's way prettier than you. Like, what is your deal? And at the very this movie's been out forever, so spoiler alert. But at the end of the movie, he ends up having like a tail.
Oh yeah.
He has a tail at the end, and his tailbone is longer than most, and he can wiggle it.
What's that? Well, and there's that one.
It's pretty funny.
On what is it? She's Out of Your League.
Yeah.
Where the ex-boyfriend's talking to the new guy, and the new guy's like, what's his face from How to Train Your Dragon? He's that guy.
Yeah.
The voice.
That's a funny freaking movie, by the way.
Anyway, so he's like this nerdy guy.
She's Out of Your League is a funny movie. Sorry.
Oh yeah. He's this nerdy guy dating this like really pretty, awesome girl, and her ex-boyfriend comes up to him. He's like, "Wait till you see the flaw." And he's like, "What?" He's like, "This girl is like perfect. Her flaw." Yeah. Spoiler alert again, but I think we're past the like statute of limitations. I don't know what they're so old.
Yeah, the movie's been out for a long time. If you haven't seen them, She's Out of My League. Is that what it's called? Anyway, good. Continue. Yeah. What's her flaw?
She has webbed feet.
She has a webbed toe.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
and
funny.
That's it. And he's like, "That's the flaw." Like she's like, "What?" And he's like, that's not even a thing. It's not a big deal. So at least his side, he was like,
"That is a funny."
That's it.
It's rated R, but if you haven't seen it, it's and you're down for a funny comedy. That's pretty funny. Put it on your list.
But anyway, I don't like my feet, but I always have them painted. I think there's been like one time since.
You don't go very long without them unpainted. Yeah, you always your toes.
I guess it's like since like junior high. I don't go more than a week with them being not painted. Probably 3 days.
Gwen wants her nails painted, but then she picks it off immediately.
She's such a picker.
Am I a picker?
Yes.
I am.
You pick
I'm a nose picker.
On me.
The other day I called her out. I'm like, you're a nose picker. She's like, yeah, and so are you. I'm like, you're 4. Shut up.
She totally gave it back to you.
She called me out. Yeah. I'm like, you little shit.
She even like the other day had me video you.
She did?
And tell you, yeah, I'll find it.
She's like, Dad, you pick your nose.
Yeah.
Is that what she said?
Yeah.
I think I remember that. I didn't know you were filming.
I filmed her. She was in the back of the car. And I said, stop picking your nose. And she said that. That's probably why, because of that conversation before. She's like, Dad does it, or something like that.
Oh, my hell. Yeah, well.
So, way to go, Dad.
Sometimes I pick my nose. But I'm not.
There's a difference between picking your nose and like.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, which finger do you use when you pick your nose?
The one I use to eat my sushi. The best one. I'm just kidding. That's disgusting. I'm more of a. Ever since here you go. Ever since my sinus surgery and and getting my deviated septum fixed, and I should have just had them like tighten up my nose a little bit while they were in there.
Tighten it up.
Thought about it, but I didn't do it yet. Should I get a nose job?
You do not recall the conversation we had. Keep going.
I do, vaguely, and maybe I don't. Ever since then, it's never been the same.
So which finger do you use? You didn't answer my question.
I use my pointer finger to pick my nose.
You do?
What finger do you use?
My thumb. I just like this. Like there's a difference between like just clearing things
out. I'll get in there and clear it out. But
so you
in a very clean way.
Nose.
I'll use because I have baby wipes in my car and stuff like that. I'll use those.
Yeah, I'll just
blow my nose
There's a difference. Just like a little thumb action to like.
I'm not like
clear
eating my
out.
boogers if that's what.
Yeah, right. I don't think I ever.
I don't eat
really
my boogers. We're on a podcast. This goes down in the archives of our family history forever.
I ever use this finger to pick.
Oh, horseshit! You have used that finger to pick your nose. You will pick the kids' noses. That grosses me out. I can pick my own nose. I don't want to see anybody else's boogers.
I won't pick them now. Like when they were babies, I would. Ugh. I wouldn't pick Gwen's nose even now.
No, boogers are gross. I'm not gonna. Yeah, I can't. I have a hard time with other people's stuff.
But I always seem to have crusties.
Yeah.
And you're always telling me, you know, crusty crust. I'm sorry. I don't know. I don't know how to change it.
Just put tissue in it.
I just like
all the time.
Shove it there.
Yeah.
Grandma Mona keeps hers like in her sleeve.
Yeah.
She always has a cute little tissue.
Well, it's because she's wiping her nose and everybody else's, you know. Love you, Grandma Mona.
She's the best. Maybe that's what I start doing. Shoving tissue places so that like I can
in your bra.
Nose. In your bra. Anyway.
150 pounds. Yeah, in your bra.
Anyway, this took a left turn. So
sorry about that. That's a liar quote, I think.
I know. Yeah. You think? You
or
didn't
she's
know?
like 90 pounds. Yeah.
In your bra. Yeah. At in court, right?
Yes.
Yep.
Okay.
It's liar. Anyway, we should do a poll
Tool
to see,
hernias.
Like,
we covered it all pretty much. If you guys didn't learn anything today, that's on you.
That's our whole
That is on
life.
you. Picking noses.
Oh.
How much we love killing.
What?
What? That almost
just
came out
happened?
naturally. How much we love children.
Yeah.
I was to say kids and children, and it came out as kill. There you go. How much we
Weird.
love our children. We
Our
love them
children?
so much. We love them so much.
Write down questions. Okay. Well, thanks for playing, babe.
Thank you.
I love you.
I love you most.